guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute, but I've been way too busy putting up more videos, but I am working on it. I am getting the workflow down, so I wanted to make this video to kind of show you some progress on my video editing, as well as give you guys some help, because the job market right now sucks. And you know, you're working so hard trying to fill out your resume, trying to update it countless times. You're putting in all these applications to ZipRecruiter, Monster, Indeed, LinkedIn, RemoteJobs.io if you're looking for remote jobs, Dice for your tech jobs. You're all over the place like I am, and you are trying to get that next job. But then when you finally get a response, you are not sure if it's legit or not, because you need to make sure this is a legit offer. So without further ado, I'm going to give you 5 red flags to look out for when you get a response from a job poster. Starting off with number 5, we already know why we're there for remote jobs. We already have the information as to why remote jobs are better. There's even a lot more journalistic information as to why we feel that remote jobs are so much better than having to commute. And I think that having the generalized information doesn't help your cause at all. I would like to know how employers would implement remote work, why they switch to remote work and not give you the same old song and dance as to why it's beneficial overall. Very small red flag here, but I think it's beneficial enough to add it on this list. All right, number 4 has to do more with the details of the job, basically, when it pertains to the tools that you're going to be using. Usually, some job listings would tell you exactly what software you're going to be utilizing. They wouldn't give you more than however many are needed for the job. But in my most recent experience, there's been an uprise in some of these fake listings showing 5 or 6 different names of programs that did the same thing. In my work experience, I've worked for the last few years in IT help desk support. So it's my job to understand how a program works from a user level. So that would require me to connect remotely to another computer and work on the issue that's going on. But usually legitimate posters would tell you the type of software you would be using right away. If it's like in a coding job, they're going to tell you the coding language you have to know, things like that. A lot of it would require that, you know, Python would be the language you would need to learn in order to do this job. And that's perfect. We could do that. But if they're just generic names of the same program that you've already been working with, then that might be it. Next one on the list has to do more with language. Using improper rhetoric is definitely a red flag on some occasion, because usually scammers are not born in the US. They don't know English very well. It's their second language, things like that. And it really doesn't help when you're trying to score a job. And the experience I've had was that scammers would be using different words, different punctuation, different style of talking, and it doesn't help when you're trying to communicate for a job. Usually when it comes to the hiring process or the interview process, it would be someone in the office. It would be someone that is in the main office that wants to recruit you to bring you on to the team. If it feels like it's a third party, I would want to back away. I would want to make sure that the recruiter's legit, but always do your research. And if you have any questions, reach out to the company in a separate email and make sure this is a real person. Usually companies would be on top of answering your question and making sure that's someone real and not someone trying to target you for any phishing scam. So I would definitely want to make sure that they're properly communicating with you. If you have any questions, bring it up. If they don't answer you, that's a major red flag right there. Back away, you should be fine. Number 2, and this one's very important. Do not give any info to interviewers during the job interview process. They are not allowed to have any personal info from you at all. If they ask you for that, stop the interview, walk away, don't even answer them, block them as quickly as possible. No legitimate interviewer is going to ask you for any personal info. The only time that is ever disclosed is after you start the onboarding process, after you get the job, because you need to put in your banking info for the direct deposit information or however payment method you use, and it's illegal for them to have. So if anyone asks that, stop the interview, call the cops, you're fine. Just make sure you watch out for that. Quick little side note, I had one interview where they even asked for the mobile network provider. That's never needed because any support company that utilizes a separate phone system, you would usually have an app for you or a separate phone that connects to your internet that does not need any other information. You should be fine. No one should be asking you for certain information like that. Definitely stop the interview, walk away at that point. It's not worth it. Okay, this final one is very important, and I have a confession to make. All of the stuff that I've already listed can be prevented at the initial contact level. Watch for those emails, because while I like having the interview come to me like that, it's not good for me to reach out to the interviewer from the email. They're going to tell you, install this and then reach out to this person. Great. I like that. But it doesn't help when they tell you to reach out to them. And to me, that's a major red flag, because that could lead to everything else in this list. No recruiter, no interviewer, no hiring manager will have you reach out to someone. What usually happens is that someone's going to send you an email to schedule the interview that way, or they'll tell you exactly when the email is, or they'll send you an invite for that meeting. Many calendar apps have that function now where they'll send you. So watch out for those calendar invites, because outside of that, someone might say, hey, add this person to your list on Teams or Zoom and we'll have the interview. Companies need that time for the interview to check your background, to confirm your references, and to provide ample time to prepare. And considering that you need to get that job, you can't afford considering you are looking for a job, you can't afford to take any risks. So the best thing to do is check to see if there's a calendar invite, because that's going to be your most important part. And declining to reach out to the interviewer will definitely save you in the long run. I'm going to be trying to do some more informative videos like this in the future. I think I like this format. I think the background is pretty cool, but I want to make sure that you guys are able to get as much help as possible. So please share this video out, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you have any other suggestions that I haven't covered, please post them in the comments. If you want to suggest anything to push forward, definitely follow me on Blue Sky at maverick.bsky.social. I am always on there most of the time. I am going to be leaving Twitter here very soon, so please definitely add me there. Anyways, have a good one. See you next time.